He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Tigers offense will get first crack at it today. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And we've got a couple of guys, one on each side in this game, who will do everything you could ask of a tight end.
And Reese, the fun thing about this tight end matchup, man, they've been here. They've been there, done that. Like, these guys have experience. They're seniors. They're so elite. They're looking for that next level, and then they're going to go to the NFL. But we got the treat, man, to watch this duel, to see maybe who the best tight end Jesse is in all of college football.
Yeah, and David, because they have that experience, you know these quarterbacks trust these guys. When they're big down in distances, big moments, key situations in this game, these quarterbacks are going to be looking for their big fella to make a big play down the field. I can't wait to watch this thing go down.
Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. And he's in! Touchdown, Kansas State! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense at an empty set. Simmons rushes on him, and they got him.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Running free, getting this offense going. Stopped him at the 38 after the huge gain. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They're working that left side. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Throwing Simmons. Finds his man, it's Hardy. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. And the Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockett. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. On the run, it's Jackson. Turning it on! They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And it looked like for... Man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. Johnson wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. Got rid of it just in time.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst case scenario, you don't convert on 4th down, they're backed up in their own end. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
Are you serious? 4th down? I gotta have a play, and that's the play you come up with? What a catch, what a snag. Just one hand needed for the big play and the big touchdown in the end zone.
And he makes the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job.
Sprinting away. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. Here's Simmons to throw. Pressure coming. Breaks loose. Kept it loose past the marker. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Get it out on the screen. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Coming out with it, it's Williams. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Motion from the back. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here,
got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Missouri!
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And the return will be brought down. Johnson looking to throw. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Try to make make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Simmons. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Here's a hit. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Running inside, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's White. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. New set of downs after the completion. Johnson wants to throw it. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
When you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on?
Makes the catch, and he's free. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense, because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They kick it away on 4th down. Catches it at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Split backs here. Throwing Simmons. Here comes the heat. The throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Ooh, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion. But every incompletion even looks good because he's so exciting to watch.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Simmons. Got a man, it's Lee. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Austin Simmons firing again. Buys a little time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And the Tigers in the hurry-up. Here's Simmons to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We start with Appalachian State taking on the James Madison Dukes.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Can't get him to the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Direct snap. There's some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The pitch. Powers through the defender. On the move at the 30. There he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Simmons. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Here's a give to Hardy. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not a lot of room to field this one. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that.
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The run inside. It's Jackson. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. On the move, it's Fields. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And it's a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter after the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing Simmons. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He's got it. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's Simmons to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, it's Hardy. Maybe a crease. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the fourth. That is his third score of the game, and now 14 on the season. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fields. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Johnson looking to throw. Got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense in a bunch formation. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Hardy. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And Tartan coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Gonna run it. It's Roberts. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Quarterback making adjustments. 4th down, Simmons. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Keeps it on the bootleg. Now rolling to the left. Finds a man in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Timeout taken here. Second one called by Kansas State. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. That timeout taken by the Wildcats is their final one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal.
Ready.
They'll run it with Hardy. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Johnson wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Lets it fly on the move. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Buying some time. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down. Kansas State pushing the pace. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's going to run it, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
I love it, and that's exactly how I'm going to play if I'm this defense today. You've seen him. This guy will take off. He'll make plays with his feet. Nice job playing coverage, but with eyeballs on the quarterback. Not allowing him to take off and run when he wants to. Great job. As soon as they see it, they pull the trigger, they come up and they make the tackle.
Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Fires to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He caught it. Touchdown, Wildcats. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. The Wildcats are right back on top.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking